10 years ago, I saved a drowning boy. I performed a rapid rescue, bringing him back to consciousness. When he woke up, he looked at me with determined eyes and declared, "I've decided to marry you when I grow up." Thinking he was just a naive child, I laughed it off and didn't take his words seriously. But 10 years later, that boy had grown into a powerful and domineering CEO, Brian Hawk. On the day of my wedding to my fiancé, Brian stormed in with a group of men, brutally beating up my groom and forcibly taking me away. "I told you I would marry you. Your husband can only be me." With my family's lives as leverage, he forced me into a marriage I never wanted. He locked me away in a private villa, forbidding any man from coming near me. Day after day, he tried every possible means to win me over, but I remained unmoved. Frustrated, he found someone who looked eerily similar to me, Ariel Berg. Using his affection and favoritism, Ariel did whatever she pleased. One day, she forced her way into the villa where I was imprisoned. Her eyes blazed with jealousy as she sneered, "Where did this cheap woman come from? How dare she pretend to be me and seduce my man? I will tear you apart today." She stripped me naked, cut out my tongue, and ordered the bodyguards to violate and humiliate me. By the time Brian arrived, it was too late. Ariel dragged my lifeless body before him, her expression triumphant. Smirking, she said, "Darling, this woman had plastic surgery to look like me and tried to seduce you. So, I killed her for you." Brian Hawk was obsessed, completely, devastatingly obsessed. From the moment I saved him, he had sworn to marry no one else but me. For 3 years, he kept me imprisoned, showering me with gifts, affection, and relentless devotion. But I, who had never loved him, could not bring myself to accept him. Recently, he brought in Ariel, the woman who looked almost exactly like me. For months, they acted like a loving couple, and to torment me, Brian would send me videos of their intimate moments on WhatsApp. I sat in the courtyard, watching another one of those videos, when a commotion erupted outside. "Brian comes here every few days. Today, I want to see what kind of treasure he's hiding in this villa." "But didn't Mr. Hawk declare this villa a private restricted area? No one is allowed inside." "Yes, Ariel, I heard that someone once took a single glance inside, and Brian broke his hands and gouged out his eyes. Isn't it dangerous for us to sneak in? What are you afraid of?" Ariel scoffed. "Brian dotes on me to the bone. He won't blame me." Hearing their voices, unease settled in my stomach. No one knew better than me just how insane Brian could be. His possessiveness was terrifying. He treated me as his personal property, locking me away from the world. Once, a man had snuck into the villa out of curiosity and caught a glimpse of me.